Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2, Episode 7, The Writing on the Wall. I'm your host, Mike, and joining me as usual are Erika and Rachel and Clio, somewhat reorganized.
Whatever. Box is a box.
Yeah.
Box is a box. My knee bracelet.
I don't think I can...
Oh, nice!
I don't think I could top that. Yes, I have that. It's over there. Somewhere. Until then, you'll have to deal with the zombie man that Chrissy's aunt bought me.
Yeah, where's mine? Oh, she's usually not too far away.
I should go grab Doomhammer for you.
This is a completely off-topic show now, and...
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm going to keep this on my finger and try to operate my mouse with it. This feels funny. So what'd you guys think of this episode?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, finally, everything comes together.
No, not really.
You've been waiting.
It's like you've been waiting to find out what this mysterious writing is, and now you still really don't know what it is.
You know, but you don't know.
My dad's got theories.
I got a theory, too.
But at least...
Are we saving theories for later?
We could throw theories out now. What's your dad's theory?
There was in the comics or something, there was the Inhumans had like a base.
Yep, the Inhuman city. That's what my theory is as to what it is. Especially now that they've confirmed that Inhumans is coming, how many years from now as a movie?
Yeah, 2018?
Yeah.
Well, at least now we know it's a city and not just a map.
Or it's some other city on the Kree homeworld.
And that Coulson's not going to die from being crazy.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
I don't know, they seem to wrap that up kind of quickly, the whole Coulson's not going to die from being a nut job.
Well, they had to. Either that or because he was deteriorating so quickly.
Well, at least we now know how the other guy got his memory back. It was the pain.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. So I guess let's get into that memory getting back. We get more details, finally, about the whole Tahiti project, which we knew Coulson was in charge of, but we didn't really know much more about it. It's like, okay, they brought dead people back to life. You know, meant to resurrect dead Avengers.
Dead agents to back to life.
Well, they meant if in case an Avenger died, they wanted to bring them back, so...
Was that ever addressed before? Because Skye sort of just says it offhandedly, and I was like, wait, was I supposed to know that?
You know what? I remember it being mentioned last season, actually.
Yeah?
Because when I heard, it's meant to, revive a fallen Avenger, I was like...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I heard that before.
I must have just forgotten. Because she said it, and I was like, what?
But, apparently they tested it on a bunch of agents. And they all started going crazy.
Yeah, a bunch of agents who were probably all terminally...
Select few didn't, because they finally decided to take away their memory.
Yeah, they started taking their memories away, but otherwise it was just a whole bunch of... Must know what it is. Guys, Coulson, I'm not carving shit. I'm fine. Nothing wrong with me.
Bullshit, show me your arms.
Yeah, right.
God, can you imagine carving? Oh no.
What, being compelled to carve something into something so bad that you pull out a knife and start drawing it into your arms?
Yeah, I couldn't even think about carving into my own arms. That's just, no.
No, that's just totally not.
Just no.
So, where was I going with that? On that front, Coulson is becoming... Well, we see in the beginning of the episode, Coulson's becoming more unstable. Skye is babysitting him as he's just, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I had a question with this. I don't know where I was going with it. Like, are you worried that... My question was, were you worried that Coulson was going to actually go off the deep end sooner than he did?
No. Once they put him into the machine, he, seemed to have almost, superhuman strength. It was insane.
Yeah, kind of.
He didn't seem like the same person. He seemed like a totally different person.
Yeah, because he was I guess remembering that part that he had forgotten.
Yeah, I guess.
And him pushing Sky into the jail cell, that was a little shock.
Yeah, that one...
I wasn't worried about him when he was in the machine, but when he pushed her into the cell, I'm like, oh no.
Oh, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, as soon as he did that, I was like, oh shit, you know what? I should have expected that. It's like something, it's like, oh yeah, I should have seen that coming. No, at that point I was like, oh god, what the fuck is he going to do now?
Sky was beating herself up. She's like, damn, why'd I let him get behind me?
Yeah, and she's probably standing in there like, wow.
And then Mac is playing Halo, and the screen is right there. If he had looked over, he would have seen it. It's like, god damn it, Mac.
I love that they're playing Halo, especially, with the anniversary edition just coming out or whatever.
Yeah, just come out.
Oh, of course.
Product placement at its best.
That's something that really kind of stuck out to me because it's like, how long ago did they film this?
They say... Yeah.
And yet they're playing Halo 2, and they're clearly holding Xbox One controllers.
They might have gotten early.
Well,
Pays to be a superstar, doesn't it?
They also said that they only filmed these a couple of episodes in advance.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm sure Disney could have gotten a couple extra copies, but still.
Yeah.
I do like the fact
that it could also be a disconnect. Them sitting with controllers that aren't turned on.
Yeah, but it's like you can tell. If you look, you can easily tell the difference between a 360 and an Xbox One controller. Not just the color, but the triggers and everything.
I just meant that they could be holding Xbox One controllers while just a video of Halo 2 is playing.
At least they got it right, though.
I like the fact that, he was saying, talking about the brain and connecting and, him actually playing might help reconnect some stuff.
Hand-eye coordination.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's true, because that's actually happened in my life. I started gaming again, started focusing on that, and everything started coming back. It's like, oh, okay, yeah.
It's good rehab. It was good rehab when I broke my fingers when I was younger.
Yeah, well, my daughter has amazing hand-eye coordination because she's played games.
It helps. Anybody who says video games are a detriment, fuck that. Our hand-eye coordination is amazing.
Oh, her hand-eye coordination is better than most people I know.
If you notice, I'm looking at the wrong monitor this time because I have Skype on my right monitor because Warcraft is on my left monitor, queued up.
Waiting in the endless queue of doom.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, Chrissy, for some servers, the queue is
over 4,000.
4,000 people, 6-hour queues, maybe longer.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's especially that they got DDoSed last night, but that is neither here nor now. Tangent. So, as we speculated last week, we were wrong, by the way. Ward escaping was not part of the overall plan. This was a monkey wrench. And I didn't mention this last week, but impressive for him to break his own hand to escape that.
Well, he popped his thumb out of socket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He dislocated his thumb, which
oh god,
hurts just as much. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's not exactly.
Just about heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, heebie-jeebies.
And then he proceeds to punch somebody in the face with the hand he just.
Well, I mean, when he was in that lie detector, and then they first went in, he shoved that piece of metal underneath his nail.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh.
I'm in pain now. You talking about that? I've had metal. It doesn't really seem like he's working for either. No. He is not working for S.H.I.E.L.D. and he's not working for Hydra. I mean,
nope.
He's working for himself, as he told, as he said to Bakshi when he met up with the guy. He's like, "I'm finally free." I mean, that was kind of.
I
do like the way he wrapped him up for Coulson. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, for Coulson on duct tape on his mouth, like.
I kind of got the impression that he's not necessarily trying to be on the S.H.I.E.L.D. team anymore, but they're going for like an anti-hero thing now.
Kind of, yeah.
Where it's
he's helping, but not being part of the team.
Yeah, he's like constantly doing things that he knows Coulson would want him to do, but he's not under the orders of Coulson. Like, go and do this, stand down, don't take your shot. It's like, here's a body. Have fun,
Yeah, he's kind of like the fourth party right now, because we have S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra, Then there's the U.S. government as a third party, sort of, whatever. And then there's Ward.
Yeah.
So,
Rogue agent.
Rogue agent.
Pretty much.
And I imagine what else is going to happen.
Who knows?
Who knows, indeed.
Now that he's free and he's off and doing his own thing, Lord knows what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Especially now that he's going after his brother.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could talk about that and then go over the synopsis. He's going after his brother, as we see. I still have the question, is his brother really as much of a dick as, Grant says he is?
Yeah.
I think they're both terrible. I think they're both an equal amount of terrible.
I'd like to know what happened with the younger brother and where he is.
Yes. I have a feeling that he's dead.
I have a strange feeling he's dead, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they have him. Maybe he's in some... Maybe he didn't die, but he sustained mental...
Yeah.
Brain damage or something.
Maybe he's in some...
Home?
Maybe, who knows? Yeah, he's in a home, or he's dead. I'm gonna go with dead.
Or they have him hidden. I don't know.
Could be anything. I'm getting Once Upon a Time vibes from that, though.
Yeah.
Well, the three siblings.
This is one of those things that's like they're gonna start showing flashbacks of Ward and his brother. They're gonna have to in order to explain their stories.
Yeah, we've already seen some flashbacks.
Mm-hmm. But they're flashbacks that don't really explain.
Oh no,
They don't show the full picture. They just show this.
They just pick up with Ward. Where was it? They picked up with Ward when he was in jail in juvie. With Garrett breaking him out, all
just when Garrett.
No, I mean we saw them when they were little in the well.
Oh yeah, but you're right.
That was very short.
That was very short. There wasn't much.
I was only saying we saw a little bit.
I forgot. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
More would not be out of the question, or.
More would be very nice.
Yeah.
But we're probably gonna have to wait for that.
Yeah. Probably after Christmas break.
Mm-hmm. Really, this wasn't a gigantic lot of stuff. This episode was very focused.
Yes.
There were like two things. There was Coulson going after the writing, and Ward.
Yep.
And everybody else going after Ward. And it didn't really tangent much off from that.
No.
My question is, do you think Ward would have actually blown himself up?
I don't know. Good question.
Well, that's why I asked it. It's a good question.
I'm thinking of an answer. I'm stalling so my brain can think.
I think he knew that they wouldn't because of the possibility. I don't think he would have. He might have taken them down.
Crazy. He might have done it.
I think he knows enough about S.H.I.E.L.D. agents to know that they will back off. They don't want to hurt innocent people.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, but I think he wasn't. I think he was prepared in case. Good. I don't know.
We'll never know.
Hard.
Yeah, I guess we'll never know. Jeez, I don't even.
Like it's kind of. I don't know if I'm looking at it like how his character would have reacted. I think that it wouldn't have even been wired up. That dead man switch wouldn't have been connected to anything. It was just all there for a bluff.
Yeah, like when he was on the bus, he could have very easily just sat on the bus with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
anyway, but he decided to get off.
Yeah, she wouldn't have been able to do anything because he already called her out on it.
Yeah.
But oh well.
Yeah, true. I don't know, but like you said, guess we'll never know. So now here's the other good question: is Coulson really better? Like, do you believe him? Because at the end, it's like, I completed it. They figured it out. It wanted me to know, this, whatever.
You can see it on their faces, or is he just and in their body.
People.
You can see it in their faces and their body. Like the other guy, when he finally saw it, it was just like he went limp. It was like a relief and like, oh my god, finally, all the puzzle pieces together. I'm done looking.
It's like that moment when River vomited out the crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I think, are they better is a hard question because yes, they don't have the compulsion anymore, but they do still have this alien DNA in them, or inhuman,
whether or not
whatever it happens to be.
Right, so that still raises the question, who is Blue Man? Like, which Kree is he?
Why or is he a Kree? My dad doesn't think he's a Kree.
It's possibly he's not a Kree. I mean, they just kind of... It's just strongly hinted at because he's a blue alien and all that crap.
Yeah.
But... So, if he isn't a Kree, what is he? Who is he? You know, they said his body has been there... he predates the pyramids.
Yeah.
So does that mean he crashed and they found his body that long ago and somehow preserved it and it didn't decay?
I was going to say, how would they preserve it?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, hey, come on. The Egyptians were good at preserving shit. Look at mummies.
True, but then the tissue would be there
right. This isn't the mummy.
That's the Roswell crash.
Or maybe
he's just older than the pyramids, but he came later.
Maybe if he is an alien and he crashed, what's keeping him alive was on his ship. And it was alien technology, not human technology, that was keeping him not alive, but keeping him preserved is what I meant.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, I'm curious.
And it's not even a full alien, it's like half.
Yeah, he's got no legs.
So if he's not a Kree, what the hell is he?
I don't know. I mean, Lady Sif listed a huge amount of blue aliens out there, so
he's a reject from the Blue Man Group.
God. I don't know. Chris, does your dad have any insight if he's not a Kree?
Well, Dad's thinking that he's inhuman.
That he isn't inhuman.
Yeah.
That's very possible. And that's why he wants to get back to the city. He wants to get back to Adelan, because that would make sense. Where was Adelan? Whenever he would have crashed. Because I know at one point in the comics they move it to the moon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So...
Somewhere in the mountains, maybe?
I don't know. I know it's cloaked.
I forget.
I forget too.
I mean, I focused a lot on the little things, like when Sky, I think it was Trip that were in the car, and he mentioned, can you imagine if Coulson was an alien?
Yeah.
And she was just like...
that was Mac.
Was it Mac? Yeah. And she was just like,
His Trip was with May.
Yeah. But yeah, she was just like, ugh. Really?
Well, I mean,
yeah. I quite possibly could be alien.
Yeah. Possibly.
You know, but that little thing just kind of stuck with me in the ways that she, you know, it's probably going to play into how she comes out. How she comes out to people.
No, it's true.
And how she's going to think about who she comes out to first, how she is, or if she's going to keep it a secret. You know?
Well, Coulson posed it as like, you could be alien. There's a high probability that you're
right.
alien.
Exactly.
So she's not even sure herself, and she doesn't know how to think.
I think
you saw on her face when Mac mentioned it. She's like, doesn't know how to process.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think probably the only person that can answer that, obviously, isn't Coulson, because if he knows he's not telling her.
Yeah.
Her father.
Yeah.
Yeah. More on that is really needed. But
well, we saw a lot of him in the preview for next episode.
Very true. So hopefully we'll get a bit more of him.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get more answers. So I mean, is there anything else this episode we forgot to mention? Because again, like I said, it was very straight.
Yeah, I think the way that they put together the last puzzle with the train set and the guy, and I thought that was ingenious.
Yeah.
It was really cool. When you saw it, you didn't think anything of it. And I was looking around his room like, is he drawing? Where is he?
Yeah.
He didn't even think that it was the train set. And the fact that he didn't want his old memories back was really cool. It was like, he's like, I got a wife I love, I got a kid I adore, I don't need him.
Yeah, well, as far as he knew, he was that person.
Yeah.
That guy must have the best subconscious ever. Because his subconscious figured it out and solved it, and his conscious mind didn't even need to think about it.
Right, exactly.
Like, he just built it, and then...
He built it,
and that's it, it's done. He's fine.
He didn't go crazy.
Well,
He didn't go crazy.
It's possible because he just had a creative outlet, and that's all it... And it expressed itself through that, so it didn't need to drive him crazy.
Because if none of the... the woman was an artist, but she wasn't, like... if she was, like, worked with clay or something, she might have, or glass or something, she might have come up with something.
Yeah, because that was the problem with all of them, because they were all carving it, and it was all
flat.
2D space, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And all it needed, that I was not expecting, that all it needed to be done was, created in 3 dimensions.
3D, yeah.
Huh.
And the fact that he could do it because he was a welder was amazing.
That was pretty good. That was an awesome train set.
It was very unexpected.
I want trains now.
I want trains.
So,
do you like trains?
I love trains. You kidding me?
I like trains. Okay, now that song's gonna be stuck in my head.
Yeah. So anyway, for next episode, it's called The Things We Bury. The official synopsis is, Coulson and team find themselves in an epic face-off against Hydra to uncover an ancient secret. Well, that's vague. And while Ward kidnaps his brother, Senator Christian Ward, for a violent trip down memory lane.
Oh, we're gonna get flashbacks. We're gonna get flashbacks.
Slightly less vague, but still vague.
Very vague.
Well, yeah.
It seems like the closer they get to that Christmas, ending cliffhanger, the more vague all the synopsis are getting.
Yeah.
How many episodes are left before the stops?
Let me look it up right now.
Probably not very many.
I thought going into this, not even watching it, that this was going to be the ending for the break. And it's like, oh, next week is blah blah blah. It's like, what?
Yeah, we have next week's episode, and then there's a break, and the next episode is on December 2nd. And
then there isn't anything after that.
There's nothing after that, right?
Doesn't look like it.
There's nothing on Wikipedia right now, but this could be, not updated quite yet.
We'll have to see. I mean, it's usually like around the 1st to 2nd week of December they take their hiatus.
Right. And then I remember seeing it somewhere that there's going to be 2 episodes of S.H.I.E.L.D. after Avengers for this season.
Oh.
Well, when does Agent Carter start?
January 6th.
Ish, yeah. So it's possible that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. runs all the way up through December or until like the 20s or so. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll find out. I don't remember where I read it, but I do remember reading that Avengers comes out and then the last 2 episodes of S.H.I.E.L.D. for this season are after that.
Yeah.
So that's gonna deal with that. I love how Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just does its own thing until one of the movies comes along and, the shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Of course.
Pretty nicely done. Anyway, unless you guys got something else to mention.
No, this was a pretty straightforward show. It kind of ended some things and
tied up a couple of knots while
put a couple knots in that string to keep it from fraying anymore.
Yeah. Answered some questions and posed quite a few more.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's still questions to be answered.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's our show, I guess.
Yeah.
Miss Clio, where can they find you?
You can find me at Clio Moto.
Not that Miss Clio. That Miss Clio, I think, is in jail.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
I am not
she flew back to
so
Jamaica,
much
Mom.
of a fraud as her. Only a
Very good.
little bit of a fraud.
Rachel, where can they find you?
You can find me at Savannah17 on Twitter.
Okay. Erika, where can they find you?
On Twitter at ErikaRain7.
Okie dokie. And you can find me at Philidrin on Twitter. Yeah. And you can find all of us on the As Seen on TV podcast here, this YouTube channel. It's ASOTV podcast, all one word. We also have a Twitter, we have a Facebook, we have a Google Plus page. Do we have a MySpace? I don't know. I think we made a MySpace as a goof. We have a MySpace. And we have a Gmail. So
You should start checking it.
yeah, we should. Drop us a line, give us a call, talk to us, whatever. And keep an eye on the channel for more podcasts or some of your favorite TV shows.
and watch all of our shows while the Warcraft servers are down. So
do that if you actually play Warcraft. Otherwise, have a lovely night.
Or the Horde.
Bye. Hodor.
Horde.
Horde.